So let me ask you guys a question. Have you ever had a fogging problem while you're playing airsoft? Of course you have. If you're like us, your airsoft career has been spent trying various methods to solve the fogging issue. You know what I'm talking about. Fogging is just always an issue, especially if you play in an area like where we play in the South, where it's super hot in the summer with 99% humidity some days. It's like just walking through a thick liquidy haze. So sometimes extreme problems take extreme measures. I'm not even sure that this would be called an extreme measure, but today we are going to take a look at this guy right here. This is the Cyclone Mike action fan. This is just a little fan that takes AAA batteries on a battery unit, velcros onto your goggle strap, and then you run a tube into your goggles and it gives you constant fresh air in your goggle system. We're gonna go through opening this guy up, installing it, taking it out for some gameplay, and give you the results to tell you if this could be your fog-free airsoft solution. So stay tuned. All right, let's see about setting this guy up. So we're gonna set up the Cyclone Mike Cooling and Anti-Fog Sport Fan Kit. And I think this just takes some AAA batteries in the battery pack and then the Velcro or zip tie the motor and fan onto your mask strap, or I guess the back of your helmet if you're putting it on a helmet. Now we've got a lot of different types of goggles. We've got Valken Zulu thermal airsoft goggles, which are low profile, and those are the ones we're wearing right now. We've got Pyramex iForce Sporties, of course the ESS Turbofan knockoffs by H World Shopping, which work great for a lot of people, but are definitely not one size fits all. And of course we have several of these guys. These are the X800 style goggles. And I'm gonna try and set them up on this one, well, for several reasons. One, because it has a wide strap. I think we can set it up on the strap. Two, because it already has kind of a gap right here where I think I can run the tube in without worrying about it getting pinched. I don't have to mutilate the goggles in any way. And number three, and probably most importantly, if this works and it does keep the goggles completely free of fog, these goggles have the clearest, widest, and largest field of vision of all the goggles that I own. So if they stay clear, it's kind of like looking through the lowered shield of a motorcycle helmet. All right, let's see what we got here. A couple of zip ties, self-adhesive Velcro, got our little motor, we've got our air tube. It's not a lot to this. It does look like it's missing a screw right there. Hopefully not a big deal. It's definitely missing a screw right there. Hopefully if it's snapped closed and then Velcroed onto the mask, that missing screw is not going to be a problem. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the fan is running. It's got a bit of noise to it. Runs pretty hard though. That's a pretty decent flow of air. I want the air to come in right there. So let's put one zip tie here. I have to put this guy way over here. This is a lot more complicated than I thought. Let me try this on the other side. Run the tube in over here. We've technically got this up and running. It does produce quite a bit of air, but it is noisy as shit. So there we go. Got the hose running in. Gonna have this contraption sit on the back of my head. Is having perfectly clear goggles on a really hot day, is it worth all this nonsense? There's only one way to find out. I guess we gotta go play with it. All right, so there we go. We've got all this crap on. We've got air, the fan on one side and the battery pack on the other. I don't know if you can see this. Got this little tube coming in right there. You know, the air is really strong. I mean, I have a feeling it's gonna keep these goggles clear, but well, number one, I think that when I'm running the camera, it's going to pick up the sound of the fan. And number two, it's going to kill my ability to hear that sound and locate people by sound. But we're going to give it a shot and see. So right off the bat, you can definitely tell that you can hear the fan in the gameplay. It's not terrible, but it's definitely perceptible. I got the flag. Come rally on me, please.
I see you.
think we probably should call it.
I don't care.
But to their credit, when the bottom fell out of the sky and it stormed like crazy, and even our fan goggles with an integrated fan fogged up, the hose kept my goggles crystal clear.
Are you going?
Alright, let's go. So the goggles are actually doing pretty good that whole game. Once I got the tube placed in the right place where it will float, where the air will float right across to the left side, even the left side's staying clear now. Yeah. So it's doing a really good job. So there you go, guys. If you've ever considered the Cyclone Mike Airsoft fan, I can tell you it works really, really well. It's kind of a pain to get on a flimsy strap that's not rigid. Probably would work better on a helmet, but we did make it work, and it did keep the goggles completely free of fog the entire day. And I gotta tell you, there is nothing that makes your gameplay experience more fun than not having to worry about that fog. Now, if you record footage, it does come through on the gameplay footage a little bit, so that's something you gotta consider. So guys, thanks for sticking with us. If you haven't already, join us on our Airsoft journey by hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you don't miss a single video that comes out every Tuesday with bonus videos on Fridays. And until then, we'll see you next time.